Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Coin Purchaser. If you're passionate about rare coins, hidden treasures, or just love mind-blowing stories from history, then buckle up, because today we're uncovering the incredible story behind a small piece of American currency that's turning heads across the globe. The 1982 Liberty 1 dime from the United States Mint, now valued at a staggering $2 million. You heard that right. $2 million for a 10-cent coin. This isn't just any ordinary dime. It's a legendary minting mistake, a numismatic marvel, and a collector's dream all wrapped into one tiny, silvery treasure. Let's dive deep into the untold story, historical significance, and jaw-dropping market value of this rare dime. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this. First, let's talk about the design. The obverse side features the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. This design was first introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's death, to honor his role in founding the March of Dimes, an organization committed to fighting polio, which Roosevelt himself battled. On the reverse side, you'll find a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. This is the iconic imagery we've seen for decades on U.S. dimes. But the 1982 version hides a fascinating story. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major shift. They were transitioning from using 95% copper dimes to copper nickel-clad coins, mostly to reduce minting costs. As a result, they struck both copper and clad coins during that year. But here's where things get interesting. The U.S. Mint also decided to stop using mint marks on proof coins for a while. During this chaotic transition, a small number of dimes were struck without the P mint mark in Philadelphia, causing a frenzy among collectors. But the real unicorn? The 1982 Roosevelt dime struck on a copper planchet that was never meant to be used at the Denver Mint. This 1982 copper Roosevelt dime is a true minting error. It slipped through the cracks during the chaotic metal transitions at the Mint. How rare is it? So far, only one confirmed specimen has ever been graded and authenticated. This coin was struck on a copper blank that somehow avoided the proper copper-nickel cladding process, making it a once-in-a-century mistake. A single example has been certified by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and is in immaculate condition. Now, let's talk about the money. This tiny 10-cent coin was recently valued at an incredible $2 million on the open market. Why such a high price? It's all about rarity, error, and collector demand. Error coins are already popular in the numismatic world, but one-of-a-kind coins, they're the holy grail. Add in the fact that this error was created during a historic transition in U.S. coinage, and you've got the perfect storm for explosive value. Collectors and museums from around the world are vying for this dime, driving its price to historic highs. As of now, it is one of the most valuable dimes ever recorded in U.S. history. So, how can you tell if you have one? Well, check your pocket change carefully. If you come across a 1982 Roosevelt dime and it feels slightly lighter, doesn't show the nickel cladding on the edge, or has a distinct copper hue, stop everything and get it authenticated by a professional. Even though only one is officially known, it's possible that others are out there, undiscovered, hiding in jars, drawers, or old collections. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune. In the end, The 1982 D Liberty 1 dime isn't just about a small coin worth a big price. It's about history, craftsmanship, and the magic of minting mistakes. It reminds us that the tiniest things, like a 10-cent piece, can carry enormous value, both financially and historically. So next time you get change at the grocery store or dig through your childhood piggy bank, take a close look. You might just be holding the next $1,000,000 treasure. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a drop of numismatic gold. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're inspired to start your own treasure hunt. Until next time, happy collecting, and may fortune be in your pocket. Additional notes: for YouTube description box, 1982 D dime, rare U.S. coins, valuable era coins, $1,000,000 coin, numismatics, coin collecting, Roosevelt dime, Liberty 1 dime, coin eras description. This video tells the story of the ultra-rare 1982 D Liberty 1 dime, an era coin valued at $2 million. Learn how this coin was made, why it's so rare, and how to tell if you might have one of your own. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more amazing coin tales. Treasure Legends, where we uncover the rarest coins and most astonishing finds hidden in your pockets and drawers. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the story of the legendary 1984 P Liberty 1 dime. Yes, a 10-cent coin that is now valued at a jaw-dropping $6.50 million in the collector's market. Stick around because this is one story you don't want to miss. Let's rewind to the year 1984, a time of iconic pop culture, a booming economy, and major shifts in American industry. Among the countless dimes minted that year, one unassuming coin would go on to capture the attention of numismatists and historians around the world. We're talking about the 1984 P Roosevelt dime minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the small p mark. Now on the surface, it might look like your everyday pocket change, but trust me, this is no ordinary coin. The obverse of the coin features the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. Sinek's design was first introduced in 1946 to honor Roosevelt's contributions, especially his work in founding the March of Dimes. On the reverse, you'll see the torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. This classic symbolism reflects the American spirit. But in 1984, something extraordinary happened that turned one of these dimes into a historic artifact. So what makes this particular 1984 P Liberty dime worth millions? Here's the twist. It's extremely rare due to a minting anomaly. Experts believe only a handful of these era coins were ever released into circulation, likely due to a die error, misalignment, or a unique composition anomaly that went unnoticed at the time. Collectors and graders have noted that this coin may have been struck on the wrong planchet, possibly even a foreign coin planchet, leading to subtle differences in weight, thickness, or even texture. What truly skyrocketed its value was its perfect condition, graded by professionals as a mint state 67 or higher, making it one of the finest known examples ever found. But more than that, it's the story, mystery, and rarity that drive its enormous worth. This specific dime became the stuff of legend when a private collector purchased it at an exclusive auction for a staggering $6.5 million. Yes, you heard right, a 10-cent piece turning into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Let's talk about the historical significance. The Roosevelt Dime series has been in circulation since 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was introduced to commemorate FDR's legacy and has remained relatively unchanged for decades. The 1984 P dime was minted in the tens of millions, but only one or possibly a few dozen are believed to bear this rare anomaly. It serves as a powerful reminder that history can sometimes hide in plain sight, literally in your change jar or under your car seat. Collectors and numismatists see this coin as a symbol of accidental rarity, a fluke in the system that now tells a much bigger story of America's minting legacy, precision, and the wild world of coin collecting. Now here's the part that might get your heart racing. You might actually have one of these coins in your possession. That's right, because the rare 1984 P dime was released into regular circulation. It's entirely possible that it passed through stores, banks, or vending machines unnoticed. So how do you spot one? Look for the P mint mark under the date, inspect the coin's edges, and check for any unusual luster, errors, or die doubling. If it looks or feels different, get it graded. Collectors recommend using a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to examine older dimes closely. If you find something suspicious or spectacular, you could be sitting on a fortune. In early 2024, a remarkable event occurred that shook the coin collecting community. A rare 1984 P Liberty One dime went under the hammer at a high-end collector's auction. With intense bidding from private collectors, museums, and international buyers, the final gavel fell at a record-breaking $6.50 million. That's more than the price of a luxury yacht. More than a Beverly Hills mansion. All for a 10-cent coin most people would ignore on the sidewalk. The buyer has remained anonymous, adding to the mystery and allure of this incredible find. But what it proves is simple. Rare coins are serious investments, and hidden treasures are all around us. So what can we learn from the tale of the 1984 P Liberty One dime? That value doesn't always shine on the surface. That sometimes the rarest gems are hiding in your own wallet. And that numismatics, coin collecting, is more than a hobby. It's a window into history, art, politics, and pure chance. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories from around the world. Today, we are diving deep into the captivating story of one of the most extraordinary coins in American numismatics, the 1995 P Liberty One dime. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary dime is no ordinary coin at all. It has a jaw-dropping history and a mind-blowing market value of over $1.5 million. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors around the world are absolutely obsessed with this dime, and why it might just be the most valuable coin you never knew existed. The 1995 P Liberty One dime is a United States coin minted at the Philadelphia Mint, featuring the classic Liberty design. This dime features the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse side, a design that has graced U.S. dimes since 1946. But what makes this 1995 dime stand out isn't just the design or the year. It's the rarity and the story behind its circulation. At face value, the dime is worth just 10 cents. However, its real worth skyrockets thanks to its scarcity and the unique circumstances that brought it to the collector's market. The story begins in the mid-1990s when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins every year. The 1995 dimes, minted in Philadelphia, were part of a large production run designed to meet everyday demand. But somewhere during the minting process, a small number of these dimes slipped through quality control with unique characteristics that set them apart: mint errors, unusual markings, or exceptional preservation conditions. Over time, these coins were discovered by sharp-eyed collectors and experts who recognized their rarity. Coins from the 1995 Philadelphia Mint year became a hot topic in numismatic circles due to their scarcity in pristine condition and the subtle errors found on some specimens. Now, you might be wondering, why would a dime from 1995, a year not typically considered rare, be worth over $1.5 million today? Well, it all boils down to a few. Despite the massive number minted, only a handful of 1995 P Liberty dimes remain in circulation with perfect mint condition, also called MS-70, or gem mint condition by grading standards. Coins this flawless are incredibly rare, especially for coins as recent as the 1990s. Some 1995 P dimes exhibit unique errors, such as doubled dies, die cracks, or variations in the mint mark placement, which make them even more desirable among collectors. The Liberty Dime series is iconic, and coins linked to Roosevelt hold sentimental value. The combination of history, rarity, and condition has driven prices to staggering heights. The coin's journey to a $1.5 million valuation is nothing short of spectacular. In recent years, a pristine 1995 P Liberty 1 dime surfaced at a high-profile auction, stunning the coin world. The auctioneer opened the bidding, and competitive collectors quickly drove the price beyond all expectations. Because this coin symbolizes something rare and perfect in a modern era where most coins are plentiful and lack uniqueness. The story of its survival in near-perfect condition for over 25 years, combined with its striking appearance and error traits, captivated buyers who understood its investment potential and historical significance. For collectors, the 1995 P Liberty 1 dime is a trophy coin, a rare gem to add to their collections that could only be found once in a lifetime. For investors, it represents an extraordinary opportunity for growth. Unlike many modern coins, which tend to have minimal value beyond face, this dime has proven that rarity and condition can turn even a small coin into a multi-million-dollar asset. It's a reminder to always keep an eye on the coins in your pocket or your collection. You never know when a tiny piece of history might be worth a fortune, so, there you have it. The incredible story of the 1995 P Liberty 1 dime, a coin that went from everyday currency to a $1.5 million treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories from the numismatic universe. Have you ever found a coin that surprised you with its value? Drop your stories in the comments below. I love hearing about hidden treasures. And if you want me to cover more rare coins or dive into other collectible stories, let me know. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. Treasure Vault, the place where we explore the rarest coins, the most valuable collectibles, and the hidden gems of history. Today, we're diving into the captivating story of the 2002 P Liberty 1 dime, a United States coin that became a legend, not just because of its elegant design, but because of one very rare and very costly twist of fate. The history of the Liberty dime. Let's begin with a bit of background. The United States dime, valued at 10 cents, was first authorized in the Coinage Act of 1792. Over the centuries, it has gone through many changes, from the draped bust and capped bust designs to the Barber and Mercury dimes. But in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was introduced in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. The dime was chosen because of Roosevelt's strong association with the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has remained a staple of American coinage. Fast forward to 2002, the Philadelphia Mint, marked by the letter P, produced hundreds of millions of these dimes that year. Most were standard. But a few were extraordinary. What makes the 2002 P Liberty dime so special? Let's talk specifics. In 2002, the Philadelphia Mint struck nearly 1.3 billion dimes. These coins were mass-produced, distributed nationwide, and widely circulated. But then, one coin stood out. One coin was different. One dime bore a rare minting error so unique, so elusive, that it stunned collectors and appraisers alike. That particular coin, struck with extreme die misalignment and double die averse, was also made with a planchet mistakenly used from a proof batch, something that should have never happened. A perfectly preserved 2002 P Roosevelt dime with uncirculated luster, doubling on the date and Liberty, and a finish that rivals proof coins. But that's not all. This dime was discovered by accident, in circulation, inside a handful of pocket change. A sharp-eyed collector spotted the anomaly, sent it for authentication, and the rest is history. The $4.5 million shock. Why is it so valuable? So how did this tiny coin jump from 10 cents to $4.50 million? Only one known specimen with this unique error combination has been authenticated. Condition. The coin was in near flawless condition, rated MS-70 by independent graders. Error complexity. The combination of misalignment, doubled die, and proof strike surface makes it virtually one of a kind. High-profile collectors and even museums vied for ownership. After a bidding war, it sold at a private auction for an astounding $4.50 million. The origin of the error remains unclear. Was it an inside job? A freak accident? This mystery adds allure, increasing its value dramatically. How you can find one? You're probably wondering, could there be another one out there? The answer is yes. It's possible. Minting errors aren't always caught. Some sneak into circulation. That's what makes coin collecting such an exciting world. The idea that treasure is still out there. Here's what to look for in your 2002 P dimes. Strong doubling on the word Liberty and the year 2002. A shimmering, mirror-like surface not seen on ordinary circulated coins. Slight off-center strike or misalignment on the obverse. No visible wear, chips, or dulling on the edges or fields. If you find one that matches these criteria, do not spend it. Get it appraised by professionals immediately. Your next cup of coffee could be hiding a life-changing coin. Historical significance and collectible craze. This coin doesn't just hold monetary value, it holds historical weight. It represents a rare moment in U.S. mint history. It bridges everyday currency and elite collecting. It tells a story of imperfection, discovery, and the thrill of the hunt. And in the world of numismatics, Stories are just as valuable as silver and gold. Collectors around the world are more alert than ever. Online forums are flooded with images, questions, and hopeful finds. The 2002 P dime has become a modern legend, a holy grail for collectors. So, the next time you're going through your pocket change, don't just look for quarters or bills. Take a long, hard look at your dimes, especially the 2002 P Liberty 1. Because that 10-cent coin could be worth millions. And that little sound of clinking change, that might just be the sound of your future fortune. Thanks for watching Treasure Vault, where small things tell big stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries and historical treasures.